it's Tay of Shantae Plans. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the first video in my 2026 bullet journal setup series. This is going to be a series where I take you through the setup of all of my yearly spreads for my 2026 bullet journal. If you want to see all the details of the stickers that I'm using and where I got them from, I will have the video I posted right before this linked in the description box. In that video, I share where I got all of these stickers and what exactly I will be using for each of these pages. So you can check that video out if you would like all of the details on that. And I started off by doing my grid ruler guide page, which is such a fun thing and so handy to create. I love having this at the beginning of my bullet journal because it just makes it really easy as I'm setting up my monthly spreads to not have to count boxes. So I love having a grid ruler guide at the front of my notebook. And we all know that first page is always kind of hard to open up because it's kind of attached to the intro page. And so I just turned that into a pocket, and then we've got just my little intro page to my planner. So this is where we're starting. These are the first two pages that I will be sharing in this video, and I hope you will come back for the next episodes in this series to see all of the other pages that go into my 2026 bullet journal setup. If you would like to see how I created these pages, please just keep watching. To begin, I want to add my name to the This Book Belongs To page, which is the most intimidating page to ever write on, which is why I ordered custom stickers from Paper Trail Plans. Once or twice a year, they do custom stickers on their website, and I'm so glad that I ordered custom stickers of just my name because that page intimidates me to no end. So it's so much easier to just use a sticker. Then turning over to the first page, I want to start making a pocket, and I'm just going to cut out a rectangle here. It's just going to be a long, thin rectangle, which is just going to create the opening where I will slide my ruler into. And so I'm taking a self-healing craft mat along with my craft knife and ruler, and I'm just cutting out a long, thin rectangle. And then I'm going to cut down a piece of paper that I ripped out of an old notebook. And so I'm just cutting it down to the size. And the notebook that I pulled that out of was an A5 size. I'm in a B6 notebook for this year. So I basically just kept kind of cutting it down until it was the right size. I did no measuring. I very much took the lazy girl approach to that and just kind of kept eyeballing it and trimming it down till it was the right size. Now turning over that page, I want to add some double-sided tape onto the back of it. And this is 1/4 inch sized double-sided tape that I got from scrapbook.com. I'm kind of just getting an idea of where I want that placed. I want it framed around the page, and then I wanted the tape right at the top of that opening so that it would sit down and make it easy for the ruler to slide in and out of the pocket. And then of course I wanted to make sure I left a large opening where I did not put tape so that the ruler would fit inside the pocket. Now that I've got the pocket framed out, before I taped it down, I kind of wanted to get an idea of how I was going to start decorating things. And so I do jump around quite a bit from decorating the ruler to decorating the page. And that was because I just was letting myself create, and as ideas came to me, I would work on that part of either the ruler or the page. And so I started here with the cute little clipboard image that I put on the ruler, which I thought was super adorable, then added the word guide at the top, and that was what I knew I wanted to do, and then I didn't know what else I wanted to decorate that ruler with. So then I went back to working on the pocket itself. So I removed the backing on the tape, closed that page, so now I have a functioning pocket, and I'm decorating the opening with some of the trim from the sticker kit. And here's where I realized I had this adorable grid washi from Sadie Stickers, and I was like, that's going to be the perfect accent for the ruler. And so I went back to the ruler and finished decorating that by adding that washi along with some of the florals from the sticker kit. And once I had that done, I was really happy with my ruler. I wanted to leave a little bit of opening space at the top of the ruler where I'll write down some of the common measurements that I've used throughout my spreads once I know what those are. At the moment, I'm not completely settled on what my monthly format is going to be, so I'm leaving that space there for me, and as I know, I will add that information to the ruler. Now I am decorating the page. I started by adding some alcohol ink swatches as well as that 2026, and then just pulling in some deco stickers. I had these black washi trim stickers from Sadie Stickers that were very similar to the design of the washi trim that was in the kit, which was so perfect because I loved adding just that little extra detail there to help pull it all together. And here I'm adding this cute little puppy. This is my favorite part of the page because that little puppy is so cute sleeping on the pillow, and it's just the most adorable thing, and you don't see it until you pull the ruler out of the pocket, and then it's just like this really fun surprise of this adorable sticker that's just like hiding behind it, and it's just the cutest thing in the world to me. And so I layered some florals around the cute little puppy, as well as one of those alcohol ink stickers layered underneath the little puppy's head. And it's just so cute because when you put your ruler inside, he's hidden away, and you take it out and you can see him. So this is my grid ruler from last year when I was in A5 size. If you are interested in more details on how to create a grid guide ruler, I will have that linked in the description box because I have a full video on how I created that ruler if you want a more in-depth tutorial. Moving on to my intro page, I am using one of the color washes from Paper Trail Plans, and this is one of my favorite techniques for how to apply this thing to the whole page without the paper curling up around itself and becoming quite a mess. I definitely learned the hard way not to just pull that thing off of its backing. So once I've got that down on the page, I added a sticker that said Taste Planner, added some of the trim, and then I'm just layering some deco stickers with some floral. Because of that background sticker with the color wash, it's adding so much color and interest to the page. I didn't want to do too much on top of that because I didn't want that page getting too busy because that background is already busy. I'm going to finish up by adding a quote, and that is it. My intro pages are ready to go. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give the video a like as that helps me out with the algorithm. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I will see you next video. Bye.